Welcome to my Thursday Live. My name is Laura Hunter and I am the CEO of Tori Belle Cosmetics. If you are new, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And if you're not new, I'm so glad you're here too. Thank you for coming back. Okay, so we have a really fun pro tip today. We're gonna do Priscilla Presley's wedding look. Now, I am quite a bit older than Priscilla was when she got married. She was 18, I believe, so don't judge age. We're not counting that. And we're also going to have a little sneak preview from Elvis himself, otherwise known as my husband, Bob. So he's going to pop in at the end of my life, and we'll see if we look like an older Elvis and Priscilla. We'll see how well I do. All right, so let's get this thing started. So she had such an iconic eye makeup look. And she did it not just for her wedding, but if you look at other pictures of her, like when she had her daughter, she just, like, this was her look with that line coming down over the inside corner of her eye, but then not attaching to the bottom and having it smoked out, and the big lashes. And the lashes are interesting because if you look at them, it's a doe-eyed lash, but it's almost like in some of the pictures, it's almost like they're on backwards or something. So we're going to mess around. It's going to be really fun with our mod lash. And we're going to figure out how to recreate that. All right, here we go. I already have my foundation on. And so we're going to start out. Normally, I know you're supposed to start with your eye makeup. And that is a great idea if you don't already have your foundation on. However, since I already do have my foundation on, I'm going to get a little box here. This is my handy dandy mirror box. In case you guys ever wondered, that's the handy dandy mirror. So I just put it on the box, which is nicely wrapped. And you know why? This is a fun factoid. It was one of the presents for the Christmas ad. And I was like, oh, that box is already wrapped nicely. I'll just use it to put my mirror on all the time. So that's where that came from. All right. So if you have your foundation done and you put on your eye makeup, then of course you're going to have to kind of adjust underneath because you might have a little fallout or whatever. That's why we always do our eye makeup first in real life. But since it's not real life and you guys don't need to watch me put just, my foundation on, we're going to cheat a little and we're just going to do the face first and then the eyes. Okay, so I'm going to grab my contour sponge. Bam, love this guy. I'm going to go into my contour. So now Priscilla, it's interesting if you notice, she's young, but it's kind of funny because younger people actually have fuller faces. So it's a little bit different doing her makeup because one, she doesn't wear blush because it was the 60s when this look happened in real life. And two, she's young, so she has great jawline and stuff, but she still has a little bit fuller face. So it's kind of an interesting type of contour to do. And she was just beautiful. Like, so perfect, pretty, it's ridiculous. So there's also that. I can't redo that exactly, but we'll see how close I get. All right, so got my little contour sponge, and young people have nice high cheekbones. So normally I would line this up with my ear and aim it at my mouth because that would be the right shape for my face. But I'm actually gonna go up a little bit higher to give myself more of her youthful higher cheekbone. So I'm still gonna line it up with my ear, but I'm gonna point it here. I'm gonna point it at my Cupid's bow. So line up with the ear and point at my Cupid's bow. And that'll give me a little bit of a higher cheek line. Okay, let's do the other side. And that's kind of a big trick. If you look at somebody and you say, oh, I love the shape of their face, kind of look and see where the shadow points. You can't really see in the picture that's on the screen right now, but when she's more straight on, you'll notice that shadow points up a little higher. There we go. So you see how the shadow points just up a little higher, the top of it, especially in that middle picture, you can see more how that just up a little higher. It's not quite the corner of her face, it's more her Cupid's bow. And also it's just more youthful. So if you are trying to look a little bit younger, that's a good way to do it. Alrighty. Now then, she has the cutest, straightest little nose. Seriously, best nose ever. So I'm gonna take my little straight side here, and I'm gonna go straight down, boom, and straight down. She has a thin nose, so I'm not gonna leave, there we go, a lot in the middle. But her nose, like mine, is a little squared at the front, so that's nice. But she also has a little bit more, right, let me turn this guy over, there, like that. She has a little more shadow there, so I'll put the shadow in. And her nose is a little flatter than mine, like from here down, so I'm going to shadow that too. It's all just about saying, where's the shadow? And then that's where you put something dark. She has a much lower forehead than I do, which of course I could also just fix with a wig, but I'm going to contour. So since her forehead is so much lower, I'm going to use the larger side in the middle because I want to give the impression of a lower forehead. There we go. And other side, here we go. Line those right up. Get the actual stuff on there. Boom. All right, let's blend. And then we're going to do the lighter color after. Okay, so I love this particular brush for blending. So this is, I also use this to put my foundation on. This is my favorite brush for anything skin. It is our angled blending brush. So I'm going to start with my forehead. You can start wherever you want, but I'm just going to start here. And we're going to blend it down a little, not too far, because what happens a lot of the time, I think, when people are trying to recreate a look is they overblend, and then you don't actually end up having enough contrast or enough angles to see that look. You just basically end up with your whole face being a shade darker. So, and we are going to go over this with powder to blend in these edges, so you don't need to go too crazy at this juncture. All right, so I blended that. Do my nose. So the nose, I like to go down and then do the circles. Pull that down. Because if we pull it down, we don't mess up that middle line too much. And we'll blend it more when we get the lighter in the middle. But just enough to straighten it out a bit. And I can already see that it's a little bit too wide still, so I'll add some more. All right, and then here. Now, if you notice, she's got the little, just adorable, kind of fuller, youthful cheeks because she was 18. So we're just gonna blend that all out there. And that we do want to blend out pretty well because she does have a little fuller cheek because she's young. So there we go. All right, and last but not least, definitely right here. See how great her jawline is? She's a great jawline. So we're going to definitely want to adjust the jawline a bit. So I'm going to take the larger part right under the chin. I'm going to go just over the jowl area. Flip, same thing. So if I put it only under, like if it was just like under here only, then I wouldn't actually be changing the shape of my face. I would just be accentuating the shape it is, which is fine, but I want to actually change the shape of my face a little bit. So I'm going to put it just up on that jowl area a bit to make it show a shadow. And I know I've said this before, but I know everybody has a theory about what color you should wear as a contour. I prefer a nice warm color because I like that shadow to be warm like skin, like suntan skin, and not cool like a natural shadow, because I feel like in real light, that doesn't look right. It looks very muddy. So I do prefer, I use our 165 powder foundation. And I feel like that is just, for me, the perfect contour color. It's nice and warm. It looks like real skin, and it contours really well. So for me, that's the one. But we have tons of colors, so you guys pick your own, but I do not suggest that you use a very gray color for contour like some people do. It's my preference. You're allowed to have your own too. Whatever you like is right. All right, now then, let's get some lighter color on. First thing though, let me just do this nose a little bit more. And here's another thing. I feel like one of the biggest mistakes people make in doing these kinds of looks is they do it once and they're like, whatever. It's fine. Go back and fix it. If you look at yourself and you're like, my nose is still too wide, make it skinnier. It's fine. I mean, we're imitating a human being here. Like, it's fine. I think that will probably be better in a minute. Do it nice and thin. She had such a cute little nose. Especially in the side pictures. When you see in the side pictures, she's the cutest little ski slope nose. All right, so I'm going to go with I'm actually going to use one of our largest, well, it's not one of it is, I'm going to use our largest eyeshadow brush because it's a nice size for the nose. Because I think you should always use the largest size brush you can for the area so that it blends it really well. But if you get too big, then you're gonna get past your goal and you're not gonna be able to control it. So I feel like this is the smallest eyeshadow brush, but also the largest thing I could use to really straighten my nose down. There we go. Boom. All right, now we're going to clean this guy off with our brushy cleaning, which also works great on our sponge. Look how great that is. And we're gonna put our lightest color, which is 110, and you can use any of your colors. You can use your shadows, anything. And it goes just right down the middle, and I'll blend that in so it doesn't get too wide. Okay, so now she's also very youthful, so I'm gonna do a little under right there, just because young people don't have anything under there. And I'm also, clean this guy off, I'm also gonna do the middle of my forehead, because young people also have very, down there, there we go. Young people, they have more collagen in their skin, and so they're gonna have a little bit more poofy in their forehead. So I'm gonna turn this guy down, put that right there. And something you may not have noticed about her, I'm gonna go back in our dark, she has a little bit of a cleft chin. I do not. So I'm going to add one. It's hard to see in these pictures, and it's very light, but she did have a little cleft chin. So I'm just gonna add a hint of a cleft. All right, so I'm gonna just blend that a bit. And it's just gonna be a hint. Okay, just a hint. There we go. Clean that off. Always between colors, cleaning off is a good thing. Okay, here we go. And blend that guy in. Boom. Okay. Under eyes. Under eyes. There. Okay. Now when I'm all done, I'm going to powder this whole thing over and just really final blend it. Okay, now then. The best part. The eyeshadow. So here's the deal. She doesn't really have any blush on. Like, at all. Look, like there's none. But she is so young and adorable and cute. I'm gonna go back in and add some highlighter after I've done my eyeshadow, some like little strobe points to really kind of imitate the high points of her cheeks instead of going the other way and kind of doing where the sun would have hit, because she just doesn't have any sun on her. She happened to not be sunburnt or have any real sun, and she also had makeup on, and she also wasn't wearing blush. So we're just not gonna do it. It's weird. I always put blush on. My mother, she had a thing for blush. She thought everybody looked dead without it. She'd be like, get some pink on you. Put some pink on your cheeks. Put a little on your eyeshadow too. Like, I feel like she would be mad at me right now for just like, I can't do the blush. I can't. I want to really badly. I feel like my mother's watching me. Okay, it's gonna be fine though. Here we go. Let's do this fun eyeshadow look. All right, so it is actually, the shadow itself is very simple. We have the exact colors in our Stark Naked palette. Bam. So she's pretty much just got 3 of the colors on. She's got, what color is that? You'd think I'd remember what I name things, but I don't. Rosy Glow, and Porcelain, and Ivory Glow. So those are the only 3 colors she actually has on. And so she's got the little shimmer just on her lid, and that is the Rosy Glow. Then she's got a teeny bit of lighter shimmer coming up from that, and it goes into the Porcelain. And that's it. Crazy, right? But sometimes, you know, really pretty things don't always have to be difficult. They can be easy too. The hard part about her is her liner. That's really where this look is like, that's where we need a pro tip, is that liner, because she does a really intense lining job, and it's very cool. We're gonna get to it in just a second. All right, so first thing, I'm gonna do the lid. Normally, well, not normally, she has the lighter color going up, and I like to start with the dark color. A lot of people start with the light color. I feel like if I start with the light color, especially because it's matte, I'm going to lose any shimmer, or it's gonna at least get toned down. So that's another thing. People, you start with light, you start with dark, it changes things, right? If you start with dark, you can get the deepest color. If you're looking for more of a blend, if you start with light, then you're automatically toning down a dark shadow, which is, it might be what you want. So it's really just up to what you want. But if you're doing a shimmer and you put a matte under it, you're gonna blend them together and you're gonna lose the shimmer. So if you're doing a shimmer and you want it as shimmery as it looks right here, then you gotta do it first. Okay, so here we go. We're just gonna do both. So easy. I just love it when people do really pretty easy stuff. lids. Such a, just a classic look she had. Both lids. And then I'm going to switch to a slightly smaller, this guy, next one down. It had black on it before, so I'll give it a good wipe. We're going to go into our Ivory Glow, and we're just going to do right over the top of that. And I don't mean, so by over the top, I mean above it. I do not mean go over it. Like, don't cover it up. And I'm patting. See how I'm patting and not just swiping? As I go, I'm patting it down so I get more actual eyeshadow on there. Because if you swipe, you're just moving the product over. You're not depositing it. So make sure that we are patting and not swiping. Swipe or no swipe, as they say. At least my children love that. Okay, now then I'm going to go even one smaller. Bam, small accent brush. Wipe that little guy off. I'm going to go into the porcelain. So she has a totally matte, very white. This might not even really be white enough, but we're going to go with it. Upper color, and she goes all the way up to her brow. So I'm just going to very gently pat this because I really do want to deposit quite a lot of it. Okay, and then I can move it around a little. This is kind of one of those little moments where you're like, okay, you gotta be really careful because I'm doing the light, the very white light here, and then it's coming into a sparkly white, and I don't want to lose my sparkle, so I can't blend it with a blending brush without kind of losing that sparkle. So I'm just very gently connecting the two. That doesn't happen all that often, but in this case, since they're both visible and there's kind of an obvious line, I'm being careful. Usually don't have to be quite this careful. I'm just patting it on there. And go just over the edge of the Ivory Glow to connect them. There we go. And because she has the cutest little straight nose, I'm also going to take this very nice light color and I'm going to go right down the middle of my nose. Just to really straighten it out. Don't worry, I'm going to put powder over it. Don't freak out. It's all going to be fine. Okay, wipe that guy off. Now, the big thing is this liner. Okay, let me grab my Ultra Wing. Bam. Okay, so she has such an interesting liner job that she does. First of all, it's a cat eye, obviously, and it comes out like this, but then it goes past her eye. And it goes all the way about, I'd say, a ½ inch into the bridge of her nose. And then she doesn't do it all the way across the bottom, though. She does a smoky liner on the bottom, which is more of an eyeshadow, and it goes about 3/4 of the way across. It's a very interesting look. So, let's do it. Oh, I guess that doesn't hook on there. Good to know. Okay. All right, here we go. So I'm just going to start. First thing I'm going to do is just do the line. Like, just do the basic line of my eye. Just so I have that to work with. Oh, shoot. You know what I forgot to do? And it's fine. You know what I need? I need... Hold up. Here it is. Bam. Because, as we have learned, if you put on hold up after you do your eyeshadow, it keeps it from getting on your liners. There we go. I feel like I keep missing. There we are. And now I smell really good and vanilla-y, which is also lovely. And now Bob's going to be like, oh, you smell so nice, and I want cookies. Because that's how it works. It's like this lovely vanilla smell. Okay, back to what we were doing. That dries so fast, which is also really nice. Okay, so I'm going to just do the line. Just a basic, straight, consistent line. I feel like it's always nice to do that first. Just as a literal baseline. There we go. Other side. It's kind of funny. I feel like it's like that one little baseline can be the hardest part if you try to do it while you do everything else. But if once it's there, it really gives you a lot of guidance. Okay, so we have our baseline. Eddie, show me the lady's face. Let me see. I gotta study her just a little bit right now. Here we go. Okay, so you see the picture with her eyes closed? That is a great picture because you can see she's gone almost all the way out to her eyebrow, which we haven't done yet, but we know where it's going to actually end. And it is a straight line across. It's just straight across, right? Okay, so let's do that. So I'm going to start by drawing that line out to my eyebrow, and I'm going to just do it gently. And you guys, this might take you 1 or 2 tries the first time. Don't worry. It's going to be fun. I mean, it's way out there. It's like way out there. And then this side. And very gentle. This one, I think sometimes it's easier to go down. So let's go down, because then you got the tip being small. All right, and back up. There we go. Just getting right out there. All right. And as you can see, I'm just gently pulling because I'm wrinkly. And also, even if you're not wrinkly, I mean, let's be real, you got to pull just a little bit because otherwise your skin will move, and then you're going to get like, you know, like little dots. Okay. Now then, it was a straight line across, right? I'm just going to go straight across. Here we go. And then I'm going to fill it in after. From that corner, I'm making a straight line. I'm just doing it. Bam. See that? I did it. Just doing this side too. And because this is a calligraphy brush, if you push down a little, you're going to get, you know, the inside of it. So you're actually going to do most of the work. That wasn't hard, right? Now we're just going to fill it in. And since we have that baseline, it makes it a lot easier. And I'm going to draw that triangle out a bit more. There we go. This one is not perfectly straight. I'm going to straighten it. Okay. Oops, I made a little boo-boo. I will fix it in a minute. All right. There we go. I feel like I need to give it like 2 seconds to dry because it's a lot, right? All right, here comes the hard part. That line out, I have never in my life done this before. So we're just gonna work it out, right? Okay, so it was straight. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a dot where I want it to end and then go from there. That seems like the thing to do. Okay, so here we go. And I feel like if you look at the black and white picture that's blown up, I think that's what she did too. Because you can see it's just a little thicker right on that edge. Okay. I want to say it's like, so the wrinkle, it's not wrinkle, but the spot, oh, I got a little dot on myself already. So the spot where the corner of my eye comes out and it goes kind of down into a natural line right there, I think that's the exact spot she went for. So I'm just going to follow my natural little wrinkle. And I'm going to put it there. You guys see that? I'm going to do the other side. Okay, now I have 2 weird dots. Okay. Oh, I'm kind of nervous. Okay, I don't want to mess it all up. So far, so good, right? Oh, this is harder than I thought. Okay, gonna be fine. Here we go. It is a weird spot to put makeup. It really is. Because it's like, it has so much texture. Did I do it? Did I do it, Megan?
Wait, do you the other side?
No, it's only the side.
Oh, I know, but I have to be close because there's lights in there. Oh, wow. Yeah, that looks really
okay,
good.
Okay, did it? Okay, good. All right, other side. Oopsie, see, I knew I should let that dry a bit more. Okay, it did seem like a lot. That's fine, I'll fix it in a minute. All right, here we go. Doing this one. Makes me nervous. I should have taken a propranolol for my tremors or something. It's okay, it's prescription. I swear. Like I'm always telling people, seriously, all the time. Essential tremors, propranolol, wonder drug. And P.S., if you're like, my hand's not steady like yours, my hands are not steady. So you don't have to have steady hands to do your makeup. You really don't. You just have to, like, if you notice I've always got my pinky down, that's because that's how I'm steadying my hand. It's still shaking. I don't know if you, can you guys see? I don't know if you guys can see that my hand shakes.
Oh, no. Well,
I don't know if you can tell.
Eddie always has to steady my hands when we're doing product shots.
Yeah,
so
like
ah.
yeah.
Like,
that's the thing. Like, you don't have to be perfect. It's fine. I think that's pretty even. This one just doesn't look as quite as wide.
Like thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that. Oh yeah, it's here, but it's not quite as thick. It's funny because I don't know really where to pull. I'm pulling out here, but that doesn't really do much. So I'm like, what do I do? How do I fix that skin right there? Like, I'm gonna pull my nose sideways. This is my new plan. I mean, she's 18, right? She shouldn't have to pull anything anywhere. There. Ha! I have done it. All right. Now then, the bottom part we're going to do with eyeshadow because that appears to be what she did. All right, so I'm definitely going to take my eyeliner brush and I'm going to go with our really black. This is from the 24K palette. It's my favorite black. And I'm going to blow it off because it is so black. Now, if you see, it's kind of hard to see, but the very little end comes out. They don't actually connect. So I'm going to just do this little guy like that. And hers is very shadowy, so that's why I'm assuming it's shadow. And then I'm going to come under here, go across, but not all the way. I'm going to skip a spot. Okay. Just like she did. Oh, maybe hers goes a little further. Well, let me do this side first. All right. This stuff is so black. I'm like mildly afraid of it. Okay. Just a tiny. I'm not afraid of it normally, but for this, it's just so exacting. I feel like, how did she do this all the time? She probably had a makeup artist who was just exceptionally good at this. All right, press one. Because I mean, geez, I'm a like legit professional makeup artist, and even I'm like, wow, this is hard. Not everything's easy, but you can always start over. You can always clean it up. There's a million things you can do, so you don't have to worry too much about it. So there's another interesting little thing about it, and that is she has, at the beginning of her lower lid, she does it thicker, and she does it consistently that way. So it's not just like kind of by accident. You can see in both pictures that were taken in different times, like ones when she was, well, I mean, just interviews, picture, family photos and stuff. It's always a little thicker right about here. So I'm going to thicken that up right there. Make it a little bit wider. I don't know why. She must have felt like that portion of her eye like it wasn't as wide, and so she was, you know, or her makeup artist did, somebody did. So she was exaggerating it a little bit more than the rest. I think it needs a little bit more even. Okay. There. I think that's good. Let me take this guy off. I'm actually going to go into my 110 with this same brush. And I'm going to go right under the outside part because I don't want it, well, one, I don't want it to move anywhere, but two, I really want that to kind of fade. So there we go. I'm going to see that difference. I'm going to do it again on this side. This is kind of a hard one, you guys. It's always harder to try to look like someone else. Like, it's not too tough to be yourself, right? Like, kind of can't help it. There we go. Okay. I am feeling pretty good about this eye makeup look. Now then, eyebrows. So she has the comma eyebrows for sure. You know who does a comma eyebrow like nobody's business? Jacqueline Maines. She literally does exactly this eyebrow, right, Megan? Have you looked at Jacqueline?
A comma eyebrow. That's a great way to.
Isn't it?
So you call it. Yeah.
Yes.
The whale eyebrows.
The whale eyebrows. But anyway, it's this, you know, that larger than smaller, and it's a really iconic look, and that is one that Jacqueline loves. And so actually, I'm going to go back into that same brush, and I'm going to use the powder the eyebrow powder that actually came in our Christmas kit, and I think y'all should comment whether or not we need to sell this, because we do, by itself. This is the best. There's two of them, and they are like the best eyebrow powder colors ever. I'm just saying. So if you didn't get that Christmas kit, and you're like, how do I get that? Email us, because I feel like we could sell those if people wanted them. I'm just saying. Okay. Here we go. So I'm using this smaller brush on the backside, outside. On the outside of my eyebrows, and then I'm going to use my Instant Ombre on the inside. But because her eyebrows have a very specific shape that mine do not have, I'm going to draw it, and then I'll fill it in. All right, so I'm going to do the outside first. Not what I usually do, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go like this, and we're going to keep this very, very thin. There we go. Do it on this side too. Very thin. And hers are pretty low. Eddie, show me her face again. Let me see. I think I might have done that too high. Yes, she has way more curve. We're fixing it. All right. I'm gonna get some. This is the thing about makeup, you guys. This is what I keep telling you. It's okay if you boo-boo. Just do it again. It's gonna be fine. All right. So I'm not gonna take all of it off. Got my little shake it off over here. And a Q-tip. Important things in the world. I'm not taking all of it off. I'm just gonna take off this very little edge because I'm just gonna turn it down more in a sec. There we go. Okay. Easy fix, right? Of course, I'll touch that up after I'm done. Okay. Actually, I'm just going to, literally with my finger, I'm just going to pat a little powder right there. There we go. There. No big deal. All right. Now then, back to this guy. All right, so now we're going to go down more. Because she has a much more curved eyebrow than I do. Mine are much more straight. And I totally just stuck it on my face. That was cool. But it's fine. I'll fix it in a second. It's all fine. Okay. So we're going to go down. This is so interesting. You know who else has this eyebrow shape is Thaisa. You know Thaisa? She has a very, like her natural eyebrow shape comes down like this. Like she's like a Priscilla Presley. Okay, what on earth did I touch? I am now getting stuff all over me. I gotta fix it really quickly because I now have two weird lines on my face and I don't know where they came from. That's weird. All right, I'm just fixing it because it's gonna drive me nuts if I don't. And the wet wipes are back. Laura keeps messing things up. Okay, there. I don't know what I touched, but whatever it is, I keep touching my face. All right. It happens. We've all done it. Okay, here we go. And no. Okay, so we got that down. And so now I'm going to do this line here, the underneath line. So I'm going to go straight up into that to make that nice corner. I'm going to do the top line. Top line. And then I'm going to literally draw a circle kind of right here because that's the shape of her eyebrow. And I have, again, never done this. So I'm just going to tap it out. I think it's always easier to tap than to try to draw, especially when you're doing something you've never done before. So it looks like I'm drawing probably a bit, but I'm actually just tapping. Just kind of tapping in a circle. There we go. That will be a circle when I fill it in. And this will be a circle. So I think one of the big differences between her eyebrows and mine is that, I mean, apart from just the shape itself, but that circle makes it come down a little further here in the front. So that is a big difference. Drawing that guy in. All right. Here we go. Grabbing the Instant Ombre brush. That's not it. Where'd you go? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's not here. It's fine. We'll just go back to this. Where is it, though? My Instant Ombre disappeared on me. It's fine. We'll go back to this guy. All right, so now we don't want it to be super dark right at the front. So we're going to start kind of in the middle of that and do our little lines up and then do the front. And hers don't have a lot of ombre, so you don't have to be too picky about it. And I might need to exaggerate that a little bit more. We'll find out in a second. I feel like I am. Okay, I think it still looks like me. I'm gonna have to exaggerate it more for sure. Okay, so I feel like this needs to be a lot thinner right through here. This one's closer. Closer. It's not quite there yet though. All right, so let's go back to our Shake It Off and our Q-tip. This guy will shake. I like this one because I like doing stuff that's hard, first of all. And second, it's fun to just take a really good look at any one thing and be like, okay, how do I do that? So I'm going to go, so my actual hair is a mild problem here. So, okay, just thin this out a bit. Same here, clean this out a bit. So I won't be able to get it perfect because I have hair there that she didn't have. But that's okay. We don't have to be perfect ever. Word to the wise. Okay, there we go. Go back into our Stark Naked palette. Gently. Oop. Go back into our porcelain. Go right under there again. Very gently. Making that little line. There we are. I think that's better. Okay. And then I'm going to go back to this, and I think we can just move this around like this. I don't think we even need more makeup there. Because we'll powder it in a bit. Just put a little powder. And a little powder. All right. I think that's better. But I do still think that I need just a little bit more roundness. So, back to this guy. Back to our color. I'm just going to round it off a little bit more. So these things they just take a few tries and it's fine. That is the whole idea. All right, a little more roundness there. I feel like I did a better job on this one. This one looks rounder to me. But again, these are sisters, not twins. They don't have to be exactly the same. And also, I'm not an 18-year-old Priscilla Presley, so you're going to have to give me a little grace here. I'll give myself some too. There. I think I can go with that. What do you think, Megan? Okay, Megan first. All right. Yay. All right, so now let's put on our liner. Boys, it's summer in here, by the way. It's hot.
It's like Punta Cana in here.
It is like Punta Cana in here, guys. Get ready. All right, so I'm going to just, and P.S. I should have done this earlier. But I'm just going to give that just a little curl just so my lashes are very straight. So just a little curl helps a lot to blend them. Put some of our Siren on, just enough to get the color on there since we're putting false lashes on. Okay, now then, liner. So this is our classic liner. She's got a big look going here, so I'm like, classic it is. I really think our mod lash is very similar to her look. I'm excited about it. All right. So of course we're gonna do 2 coats, and remember we just take it straight out, no wiping. Also wiper, no wiping. It's a big Dora day, apparently. Who knew? All the way across, and make sure you get all the way to the corners. The corners are the most important parts. Might have gone a little too far on that one. It's fine, I'll fix it in a second. Go. It's also nice just being able to do this over the top of your ultra liner or your eyeshadow or whatever. All right, while we wait for that to dry, I'm going to put a lot of Siren mascara on my lower lashes because she has a lot of mascara on her. She's actually wearing false lower lashes, I think, or possibly she's just young. But her lashes, well, no, here those are her natural lashes, but in a lot of pictures I saw of her later, they were like twiggy, where you could tell they weren't quite real. I don't know about you guys, but every time I put lower mascara on, it doesn't matter what kind of a wand I use, I get it on my skin, so I just wipe it off after. So interesting to do your makeup like a different person, because you kind of get in their headspace. You're like, oh, I know what they didn't like about themselves. She thought her eyes were kind of squared off in this spot, and she thought this and that, and it's kind of interesting, especially when it's like such beautiful, iconic people, and it kind of makes them more real, because you're like, oh, you know, she had things she didn't feel good about, you know, and she fixed them, and this is how, so it's kind of fun. All right, I'm going to grab my powder brush. Voila. Give that a little wipe, because I used it for blush before. And I'm going to take my 130, which is the color I am at the moment. And I'm just going to while we're waiting for that to dry, I'm just gonna do a little blend over all of the stuff that we did. I don't want to put too much on or use a really big, like anything hard on it, because that would change the way that it was blended. Just enough to tie the corners together, kind of. There, maybe just it's always my forehead that I'm always like, I just gotta make sure that really blends right there. There we go. Feeling good about it. All right, one more coat. Bam. Of liner. And then we'll do our lips while we wait. Oh, and I do have to fix that little spot I boo-booed right there. There we go. Okay. Let that dry. All right, so it's kind of hard to tell. We looked at a ton of photos to figure out what color her lips were. In some pictures, they looked almost like they were like bare. In other pictures, they look very pink. So we decided, and they're definitely lined, for sure. So we decided that we were going to do, and by we I mean Megan and I, bouquet and ballet. That, I think, is going to be the thing. Isn't it funny, though? Those are all taken, you know, minutes from each other, and her lips look so different, but they're definitely lined. So I'm going to do bouquet on the outside, and I'm going to fill with ballet. Oh, wait. Bring her back up, Eddie. I got to see the shape of her lips. Let's see. Okay. Oh, her lip shape's actually very similar to mine, so that's easy. That I can handle. Okay. Oh, it tickles. I hate that. Oh. Why is lip lining so tickly? Oh, it's so tickly. Megan is trying to kill me.
You know what's funny is I never used to have a problem with this until you.
I psychosomatic you to death.
Oh my gosh. Because I used to do like reels of me just applying just the lipstick, and now the struggle is real now.
I know. I'm sorry. It's like yawning. It's contagious.
I forgive you.
Oh. Okay. That's the outside. It's going to lighten up a lot, though, when we put on this guy. So now we've got our ballet. And we're going to put some Ignite over it.
Good call on doing both. Because I was like, oh, bouquet will be light enough. And like, no, it's dark. You know.
I know, it's like I developed them or something.
Oh,
All the rubbing. It looks really purple to me, but I feel like with the Ignite over it, I'll let it dry out a little bit. I think that's going to do the thing. And I could also just wipe some off. All right, so we're going to let that do its thing, and we're going to take our mod lashes. So this is interesting because her lashes, okay, show us her again, Eddie. So it's weird because in like one picture, it looks like she has like more of a doe eye, and one picture it looks like it's more of a cat eye, but I think it is definitely more of a doe eye, and you're just not maybe seeing it the same. But either way, it is a thick line of lashes, which is awesome and super pretty. And so I'm going to use my mod lash, and I'm going to trim it from the inside because I want it to be a little bit, I'm actually only going to trim one off and see what happens. Because she really has hers all the way across. And I'm not going to put it on, I'm just going to hold it up. I feel like, oops, well, it wants to go on. I guess we'll just put it on because it wants to. All right, so, see, I don't think that's right. I honestly, weirdly, I think I need to do on the other side. Ooh, that's still a little bit wet. Where'd my little guy go? There it is. I'll have to touch that up because it wasn't quite dry because it's 1,000 degrees in here. It's fine. All right, here's what we're gonna do. One, I'm gonna touch that up a little bit. And then two, I'm going to put it backwards. So I'm actually going to put that lash on the other eye. I've always wanted to try this. I noticed the same thing when I was doing Kim Kardashian. It almost was like her lashes were on backwards. And I felt like that was like the one thing I really didn't get right, was that getting the lashes in the right spot. And I swear, it looks like they're backwards to me. So I'm gonna do it. We're gonna give it a shot. But this has to dry for a sec. All right, let's try this backwards. Okay, I'm gonna cut another one off though. I have a new plan. This is exciting. So I'm gonna cut 2 of these off. So that brings me to 3. I just had a brilliant idea, maybe. We don't know, but we're gonna try it. All right, so I'm gonna put this on, and I know it's gonna be small. I'm gonna put it on kind of in the middle towards the edge. I feel like it's just a little bit too big though, but I think I can live with that. But then I'm gonna take, I have to do them both. All right, so let me cut, and I have to do them both the same way, so I have to cut off one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the inside and I'm gonna put it on the other side. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna flip them. So basically I'm blind and I can't see the anchor. I mean the magnet. There's 1, 2. So basically I'm turning a slight cat eye into a doe eye by wearing them backwards and upside down, apparently. And then, let me bring that out a little more. And also just down a little more too, so it's not quite so straight up and down. I have to just push them, easy peasy. All right, so now we have this, but I'm gonna take these 2 corners. Here's one. All right, so this one will go on this eye. I'm gonna fill the corner in with it. Aha! I think it worked.
Making your own doe
I'm making my own doe eye. This is probably something that would have been better done with these guys. So let's do that. Because I cannot see through my own fingers. All right, oh yeah, that's better. Or not, maybe I'm better with my fingers. I am always better with my fingers, it's not funny. Give those a little push. I made my own doe eyes, look. And I feel like that's a pretty good, like that looks quite a bit like them.
The mod is like
And yeah, and the mod has that end on it that's like very fine. But this one is a little bit more pushing. No, it's this one. I get backwards in the mirrors in the video. I feel like this one I can just still see, but it's a little bit like longer, darker. There. Now I feel good about it. All right, let's put some Ignite on. This is so exciting, you guys. All right. Ignite the heck out of this guy because she definitely had gloss on. Oh, and it feels nice too. There we go. My only question is, Megan, is it too purple?
Can we see the picture again?
I think it's too purple.
Is it purple on the screen or is it purple in real life?
I don't know.
Is it purple on your end?
You can't really tell color. No, it's fine.
No, but yeah, I was just saying, Megan.
Oh, look at your actual face. That's fair.
My actual face looks fine, but what's it going to look like on the screen? Like my actual face matches, but I feel like on the screen it's going to come across as purpley because the screen is cooler.
Yeah, it's more like a pinky. Oh, you know what it kind of reminds me of? The tint. What a lot of people get with the tint, the 24K tint. It's like light pinky more than it
You're
is
right. You're
purple.
right. It is like the 24K.
Do we need Bear?
I think we need Bear. It's right here.
Low vibration.
Look at me with my Bear right there. Bam. All right. Taking this off.
I love it. I love that you're like, hey, if you don't like it, redo it.
Yeah,
it's
just
totally
fix
fine.
it. Uh-huh. Yeah. And I'm going to keep my bouquet on the outside.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You said Bear at the beginning too. I think.
But I also switched it. It wasn't. I mean,
Yeah.
I was right, wrong, right. These things happen. Fix the corner.
I think sometimes we forget that there is that hint of pink in the Bear. It's
Uh-huh.
not just like orange.
Yeah, orange. I think orange isn't quite the right name, but what would you call that? It's not orange.
Just completely
Like
nude.
nude.
Yeah.
Nude. Yeah.
That's perfect. Now you're just gonna put your
All right.
back on top.
Let's let it dry down for a second so I don't just end up putting it bare
That's
in my
actually
Ignite.
Really pretty with the eyeshadow you did too.
Thank you. Yeah, it matches the eyeshadow better too. The bear is definitely a better complement to that eyeshadow. Yeah, weird, right? Oh, you know, we could even take our Stark Naked. She didn't, because we've got that like bare color in there. I'm gonna actually just put a little on. Look at that. And then it's like a perfect match. I feel like this is like one of the best tricks. To put just a little of the eyeshadow that you're using on your lips to get like a perfect complement, and then when you put the Ignite on, it blends it all together. Because it can be hard to get the perfect complement, you know? That feels much better.
100%.
Okay. All right. And I'm also very supple because I put on Ignite twice. All right, you guys. I'm just going to put a wig on real quick. Be right back. Voila! What do you guys think? Doesn't the hair make all the difference? Okay, I have a secret. When I was figuring out this look before, I realized it was going to be really hard to make my hair that big really quickly. So I figured, okay, I'm going to put something in it, but then I couldn't figure out what to put in it. Guess what's under my head? Bubble wrap. I have filled my wig with bubble wrap. I just rolled it up and stuck it under there and then mooshed on it. I think it worked really well. I feel like I could actually do this in real life. I might really literally start doing this in real life. It's actually really fun. Okay, but we're missing something. We need Elvis. Bob, you come sit down with me. Oh, look, and I have my veil because this is a wedding picture. Not ours, obviously, because most of you were there. But here we go. We'll see. Oops, I have it backwards. Here we go. Put this thing on without looking. There we go. Does this remind you of anything?
Yes, very much so.
All right. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So you gotta come up here more so we can make cuddly Elvis looks. Fix your hair, make it
Fix my
Elvis
hair,
here.
right?
There we
Elvis
go.
here. I don't have enough hair for that.
I think your knee has to go on that side more. We're figuring this out, you guys. Don't worry.
There we go.
Both knees. Mooshy forward.
Okay, mushy.
All right. Now you look at me.
All right.
And I look at you. Aw.
Oh.
Aren't we cute? All right. So this is what Elvis would have looked like with Priscilla if they were our age and us. You're a good sport, though. Thank you.
You look beautiful.
Ah,
Fantastic.
Priscilla.
I might be biased, but I think much more beautiful. than
Oh,
Priscilla.
you're sweet.
All right,
Back to work.
back to it. Elvis has left the building.
Okay, guys, we have almost no time left, so I'm just going to bust through a few of the things that we need to do and the news. So here we go. First, here is your call to action to win. And this is a double winner because one, you can win by going to our TB Brave page on Facebook. It's our new public Facebook page, TB Brave. Like it and look out because you might be the winner of a giveaway, but you might also win the giveaway on my show next week. So that is awesome. Don't forget to be sharing and commenting so that you can also win. All right, product launches. We have an awesome sale, you guys. So our P3 primer is on sale. It is 30% off. This is an amazing, amazing primer. And here's the coolest thing about P3, and I don't know if you guys know this, but it's on its own. It's like a veil. It's like a mineral veil. And so it refracts light, and so it makes imperfections on your skin look less noticeable even if you don't put anything over it, if you just wear the primer. And guys, it's basically like see-through foundation for men. I'm just saying, and it's moisturizing. This is the perfect man makeup. It literally has no color, so no one can see it, and it will help you to hide any imperfections you may have, and no one will laugh at you, and your skin will be moisturized. I'm just saying, it's amazing for women, but guys, this is a great product for men. So get on that. Product reminders, our business box is for sale in your backstage. It has the 5-inch branded collapsible light ring, the Tori Belle gray and white backdrop, the lash tester, wands and display, a tote bag, a gold rhinestone TB lapel pin, a light box, which is also the shipping box, and background boards to use with your box. So it is awesome. It is only $99 US, $129 Canadian. Shipping is added onto that not at the checkout, but on the page. So because we couldn't add it at the checkout, but it's got shipping because it is a commissionable item, but it is only for affiliates. So if you're not an affiliate and you want that box, sign up. It's $2. Okay, 20% off All Ignite is still going until the end of the month. I have heard that there are some competitions to beat Julie Kelly, our highest ranking person in the company. So if you guys know Julie, maybe go into her team page and see what she's doing, because if you beat her, there are prizes. Okay, let's see. We also have our July makeup fix items, Spy Lash and Incognito Press palettes. Those are available to the end of the month. We have Mixed Berry Momentum. It is amazing. It is not yet available in bundles, but we are getting amazing, amazing reviews on this. You guys are gonna love it. It is my favorite flavor now. See, we have our Lash of the Month, which is the Epic Illusion Lash. So you actually get 2 lashes, well, 4 technically, and you get your mascara liner combo for only $45, which is 40% off. It's an awesome deal. Let's see here. And, we have a new Brave bundle, which is Immunolite, Immunize, and Collagen. So that one's $137 US, $177 Canadian. So that's an awesome bundle. It's 10% off if bundled. But remember, you guys, you can bundle anything you want on your own. There are bundling discounts. So if you want to subscribe to any combination, you can. Okay, so Brave update. Collagen still out of stock, expected back this week. 90-day challenge is being announced in August, and signups will start in August, and the actual challenge will start September 1st. Caravita, both products are out of stock. They are expected next week or the week after. Hold up, expected next week too. So next week will be a big week, all before the end of July. Okay, we have our giveaway winners. Now here are our weekly live winners. Jackie Henry, Amy Cledden, Heather Loken. Now for our affiliate live winner, Yarly Hernandez. Don't forget, comment on our Facebook and YouTube. The new 222. Okay, reminder, you guys, this is our July incentive. So we have the new 222, which is with the $2 enrollment, you mentor 2 people to advanced affiliate, and you win 2 prizes, which is a TB luggage cover and a custom personalized TV or Brave, whichever you decide, tote bag. And we also have a personal sales incentive. So if you hit $1,000 in personal sales, that's wrong, it should say 1,000. If you hit $1,000 in personal sales, you will get exclusive limited edition Lippy, which is not going to be for sale, and it's very cool, and it comes in a really cool bottle. And also, you get a TB Lippy keychain that are very popular for your new Lippy. So that is fun. And we will, starting next month, be putting travel points back on our incentives. And just so you know, if you do the math, if you hit these incentives every month, you will get your trip. By the way, your incentive trip. Ha, tricky. Okay, Diamond Badge program. If you earned a Diamond Badge, you should have received an emailed certificate. We originally said that we would mail certificates, but we realized that mailing paper wasn't working out very well. So we're emailing to you, but we are mailing the pins. I have to just print it and put it on the wall. Let's see, pins will start shipping out this week. If you earned a level 6 through 9, you will get your pin mailed to you. If you earned a 1 through 5 level Diamond Badge and would like a pin, you can find them on the website, and they're $10 each. Okay. That was it. Call to action. Join our TB Brave new Facebook page. Like it, and you could win 2 times, once here and once there. Okay, I know that we had a couple of quick questions, so I'm going to answer them really fast. Where do I get my wigs? On Amazon. They all come from Amazon, and I take them in myself, and by that I mean I cut them to shape and do things like safety pin them and stick bubble wrap under them. I'm not very professional about it, but it always turns out fine. Any other big ones I didn't hit on? Megan's making Disney noises. I like it when she does that. She's over here being a mermaid.
I feel like you actually have been answering them.
I've been trying
this
because I do. Yeah, yeah.
time.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We did it. Okay, guys. Thank you so much, and we will see you next week. Bye.